Brett Okamoto on the ground in New York, UFC 322 here with the welterweight champion, Jack Della, Maddalena. And Jack, I feel like you know how good of a fighter you are. You're not surprised that this is where you're at. You're not surprised that the belt is around your waist. Are you surprised at all about just the spotlight of Madison Square Garden? I mean, that part feels like it's come pretty quick for you. The championship is one thing. You earned it. We watched you take steps up every time, but you look at some of the other names that have headlined Madison Square Garden. Does that feel kind of surreal to you that you were on the main event here?
Yeah, it's pretty special. It's obviously a list of like some of the greatest athletes ever, you know. So yeah, just be on that list. It's special. But yeah, I'm just taking it day by day. It feels like any other fight week, if I'm honest. Big arena, but the octagon, it's the same thing wherever it is.
Are you surprised by that? Because, you know, I hear that all the time from fighters, but it's just sometimes like I still don't understand. How can this feel like the same thing? You know, Islam Makhachev, Madison Square Garden. How can that feel like the same thing?
I've always tried to push to have bigger challenges. So it's sort of how I looked at it. I always thought my trajectory would go up. So it's just sort of the natural path.
Yeah. A lot of these things following you around these days. How are you doing with that part of it?
Again, it's not too. It's honestly doesn't feel too much more full on than any other fight week. Much the same.
You know, Tim has said it all along, and actually your team was just telling me this, and I've heard this line about you a million times, is that if you could just walk in and fight and leave without saying a word, that is what you would do, but you can't do that. These things are on all the time. So have you found yourself given any thought to like, well, how do I want to treat that? You know, like, do I want to just get through it? Is there a message I want? Is there something I want to portray about it? Because it's not going away, right? Like, have you actually found yourself given any thought to like, hey, there's a lot of people watching me. What do I want to portray?
Not really. I just try and be me, you know. Yeah, perfect world, just cruise in, have a fight and leave. But also appreciate the fans. So I want to let them know sort of about me. It's nothing, but yeah, honestly, it's nothing too exciting for me. It's just, yeah, I'm just looking forward to get to the fight. Don't put too much thought into it. Just trying to get through it.
I want to ask you some questions about your team. I'm actually writing a story about your team for ESPN.com.
Yeah.
I want to talk to you about Ben. You know, Ben had this moment in the 5th round of the Bilal fight that he seemed to get a lot of attention for.
Yeah.
Can you just talk about Ben? Obviously, Habib and Javier Mendez, everybody knows the stories of Islam's team. I would like to know the story of your team a little bit. Can you tell me about Ben and what people should know about him?
I mean, Ben was, he was doing like private lessons at the gym, like a free trial, and me and my brother walked in one day, wanted to do it. He was the one there, and we've pretty much just been under his wing ever since. Someone I trust fully, you know, fully to back me into these big moments, but he's put a lot of effort into me, a lot of sacrifices, and yeah, we're, I guess, similar to Islam's team, strong brotherhood, really, really love each other, and we're there for each other, so similar idea. We have a strong bond, like a family sort of bond, and yeah, we trust each other, and we've always believed we'll get to this point, and now it's just a matter of staying the course and showing up.
What kind of coach is he? Because, you know, I talked to him, and it's just, he himself said, like, and I think he's being modest, but he's like, I have no credentials. I got no fight career. Like I'm just a guy who just like likes fighting, and he says he's kind of obsessed with it. He's got this idea of beautiful violence. If I was asked to ask you like his coaching philosophy, could you explain it to me?
It's hard to explain. I mean, we just sort of, we're good for, like, I feel like he's perfect for our team. He knows us through and through. Similar idea, go in there, trying to damage each other. He lets us, he's not too controlling of the team, just sort of lets us be ourselves, but also his philosophy is pretty much, be vicious and aggressive style.
You feel like you've been vicious and aggressive in your last fights? Have you been happy with that part of?
Maybe not enough. Maybe too much on the back foot, too patient. But it's obviously a fine line between being too overly aggressive, being too patient. So I'm still trying to find the right balance.
When you've had that taste, and you had more than a taste, like you had this long run of these lightning quick knockouts, and then you don't get it for a little bit, is it hard not to start like pressing and looking for it because you just know that it's there, you know you're capable of it, you haven't tasted it for a little bit? Is it like, do you find yourself kind of like reminding yourself, I can't be searching for it too much?
Yeah, as I said, it's a really tight line between going too hard and then you can be on the bad end of a bad knockout, or being too patient and getting these decisions, which it seems that's what I've been in the last few years. But It's all right. It's still trying to find the right balance. I think, yeah, I'm going to try and go more on the more aggressive side this fight, I believe.
You know, another thing Ben has said, I've heard him say, is that winning is a mentality. It's almost become a skill, and I feel like that really applies itself to you lately. I mean, split decision, get a win. Split decision, get a win. Obviously, the famous incident where you got a broken arm, and you come back and beat Gilbert Burns, and then Bilal Muhammad, you go to the 5th round, it's up for grabs. You're the one that wins it. Do you feel like you're developing this skill of, like, I'm not only a great fighter, but like when the moment comes, like, I'm finding a way to win? I feel like that's a characteristic of champions, right?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's something, it's almost, I believe so. It's like a habit. Yeah, momentum. I think they're all real things.
You feel that confidence when you're in there, that like, I got good things are going to happen, I'm going to find a way to get this done? Like, do you find yourself feeling that?
Not always, no. Sometimes it's just got to just go in the moment and just trust the process. Yeah.
Were you pretty eager and interested to see him up close in person with 170 pounds, like to kind of that face off? Was that something that you wanted to pay attention to?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I think, early in the week, I'm looking forward to it sort of before the fight, ceremonial way, and I look forward to that moment when we've all weighed in, all the talking's done, and then it's one more sleep before we can settle it.
Well, even just the body transformation for him, right? I mean, were you curious? Was there anything like in particular that you were looking for? Like, where is he at in this, or does he look comfortable in the weight? Does he look as fast as the weight? Like, do you break him down to that kind of
Not really. We've sort of, this whole camp, since knowing Makhachev was going to come up, we believed he's going to be a big, strong welterweight. I don't believe I'm going to have a big weight advantage, to be honest. I think he's just going to be more filled out, probably more healthy. He probably thinks he's in the best he's ever felt, I would imagine.
Yeah.
So, I expect toughest Makhachev.
I was just talking to your team about this, so I want your honest opinion. Like, man, we beat this guy. They're going to say he was just too small. Yeah. They're not going to give us our credit. Like, is that how you're feeling?
Honestly, that's what I mean. Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for. That would be the best headlines after the fight would be he was too small, he was never going to win. That means I did my job. And then, that's what we've all been thinking in our side of the camp.
Does that bother you, though, if that is the narrative, that he was just too small?
No, not at all. Not at all. I'm coming for the win, and that's all that matters for me.
And if this fight gets to the 3rd round, 4th round, 5th round, in your head, do you see it as he's given up on the takedown and you guys are standing, or do you think he's pretty desperately trying to get you down? Like, if it was between those two options, what do you think is happening later on in this fight?
Yeah, I think he'll be. I expect 25 minutes he'd push him for the takedown. At least not desperately pushing, but I feel like it's always a threat and it's something he's always going to be thinking about. Is getting the fight to the floor.
Well, I know you brought your family out here. Last question for you is, you win a big fight, Madison Square Garden. I know you're not, running off and being in front of the cameras and everything. How do you think you'll celebrate beating Islam Makhachev in Madison Square Garden in New York City?
Yeah, just probably get back to the Airbnb and just really celebrate with the team, let loose a bit, have some drinks, celebrate the moment, because these big moments don't come around too often.
When you let loose a little bit and you have some drinks, what is that, Della, Maddalena?
I don't know. It's much the same.
I'm looking forward to it, and you think you'll enjoy it? Do you think you'll get even a greater sense of enjoyment out of this one just because it's so big, or it really is just the same thing?
Honestly, it feels just like I'm just going to treat it as any other day. I don't think it's going to feel much bigger than the previous fights I've had.
Yeah.
I've always pushed out bigger challenges, and this is just the biggest challenge.
Well, that's what makes it so good, man. Well, I'm very much looking forward to it, and it's going to be a terrific fight. UFC 322 main event. Thank you so much, man.
Best of luck. Thank you.